one in her lip. They just finished removing the one on her cheek, then she gets one on her lip.
Wasn't even removed yet.
Oh. Then one on her tongue, she got one on her nose, took that off, and she's got another one on her brow. Says you're so pretty, you have holes all over your face.
But you don't forbid her from doing that?
Well, I says it's your face. No, Amina's gonna have with the holes. Right?
Right.
Just pretty soon you'll be drinking water. There'll be water coming out of all those holes.
It's just funny. The nurse doesn't like it, but it doesn't stop me from doing it.
Well, they said it's better than having track marks on her arms. They're having piercing done all over her face.
Why do you think she does it?
That's what I said to her. Why do you do that? You want attention? That's what they say, eh? The psychologists and all those people. You want attention? I think you get enough attention. I don't know. She just feel like doing it.
It's just an adrenaline rush when you sit there and feel a needle through piercing through your skin.
And one time she had to go for a blood test. You should have seen her acting like a little baby. Oh my God, don't even act that way, I says. If you can get holes all over your face and you're worried about a little needle, I think she feels good about herself now. She knows where she's going. And her and I, we talk a lot. And I always tell her about, when I always say, oh, I says, you're like a caboose on a railway track. I says, every so often your caboose falls off. I put you back on and you go again. Well, I says, Amy, I says, well, it seems like that caboose stayed on that track for a while now. So she's telling you that she's going, she's accepted Langsville?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm happy for her. She's talking about going to Europe when she's 21, 22. She wants to travel in Europe. Well, what better way to try to see what it's like? Go to Langsville and see what it's like to, I mean, it's a lot different, but it's still...
Well, at first I was nervous because I didn't want to be by myself, like in a whole new school, and I wanted someone by my side, and nobody applied to Lennoxville except me, and I kept telling my grandma, I don't have to send out nothing for Lennoxville anymore, I don't want to go there. And then as I got thinking, I just don't want to spend my life in Gunawalk not knowing what's out there and what I'm capable of.
Just cut the meat off and leave the other stuff on the side.
To me, like, the idea that the person I'm under is that if I go out and I do all these things I want to do, I'll lose my traditions and stuff like that. And that's what's, like, the idea that who I go out or marry out, lose the rights, doesn't make you any less Ngwahue. You can be proud to be Ngwahue. You can know your traditions, you can know your language, but still live in, like, the culture on the outside, too. And that's what I want to do is I'll still carry my pride with me, but be experiencing things like a lot of people haven't. Show it to the camera. Yeah, here.
I was not as self-assured as Amy. I was sure that I would lose something if I left. When I went to Queen of Angels, I lost many of my friends, and I suddenly had new enemies. They called me an apple, red on the outside, but white on the inside. And it made me wonder if they were right. Was I less Mohawk because